Top story tonight, data shows the Pikes Peak region fields the most calls to the Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline across the state of Colorado. It's according to court-appointed special advocates, or CASA for short. News 5's COLETTE BORDELON was at their Volunteer Appreciation Day today, where they say they need more people to join their cause.
That's right, and specifically they need more men because they say women outnumber men in the program, and they want to see more guys step up to be a positive role model for the children they serve.
Mike MCADAMS didn't think he'd end up here.
I was starting to think about retirement.
He had worked with kids as a reading tutor for years.
I knew nothing about child abuse or dependency, neglect, or the system, but it turned out to be a good fit.
A fit for 14 years as a CASA.
As frustrating as this work is, it's probably the most rewarding work that I've ever done.
A CASA goes through training and is then assigned a case typically involving a foster child, where the CASA becomes their voice in court.
CASA definitely takes what the child wants and relays it to the judge.
Nicole Mattison has been a CASA for around a year.
Being able to watch the children that I am there for bloom and be able to trust someone and to advocate for themselves.
CASA says there were over 16,000 calls in 2018 to the Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline in the Pikes Peak region. And of those calls, hundreds of kids are removed from their homes because of neglect, abuse, or domestic violence.
This may be the one adult that this child has run into in the last 5 or 6 years that they can learn how to trust.
Dave Johnson from their board of directors says trust is one of the most important things for a child to learn.
There's nothing better than helping kids.
But those with CASA say they need more volunteers, especially men.
It's better than it was 14 years ago. When I joined, I think there were either 4 or 5 males.
MCADAMS says it can really change the course of a boy's life.
Critical to have a positive, stable, loving, safe male role model.
And after being one of those role models for more than a decade,
I cannot imagine not being a part of CASA.
he has no plans of slowing down.
If you're interested in learning more about CASA, they'll be having a volunteer information session on August 27th at noon. We'll have more info on that on KOAA.com. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado. COLETTE BORDELON, News 5.
All right.